Welcome to Monday. Over this weekend, we received 42 police referrals for incidents that they'd attended in our area. Women's domestic violence court advocacy services are across New South Wales. There are 27 sites. We work with women around the complexities of domestic violence. So there may be some urgent things that they need done for their safety, but there's also longer term issues that could include counselling, support for the children, requests for housing, then also supporting them, of course, at court if there are domestic violence related matters.
It's my role to go to court and support women, to empower them to be able to give their statements and actually give their evidence. We have 5 hearings today, 4 of which are at court.
Cecilia, we're ready.
So one of the cases today that we've got is a young lady who's waited almost 10 months to go to court. Her story is quite horrific. She had to leave her home because of the amount of trauma and amount of injuries that she had.
I've been doing this for 30 years now, or 31 years this month. We do communicate quite a lot with memes and GIFs. We have a Christmas celebration and we call it Shit Kringle. So my Shit Kringle last year was that beautiful teapot covered in eggshells. Then you have to keep that on your shelf for a year, so pretty happy with that. So have a little bit of fun, have a laugh and eat some good food, then otherwise, well, you know, you're going to go crazy or crazier.
It's Leslie from MacArthur Women's Court Advocacy. I'm just giving you a call. I received your details from the police following an incident they attended. You're in the car, he's in the house. Okay, so you're not actually safe at the moment? Every morning we check our emails and we'll have a list of names of people to ring. We just really ask her to tell us her story. And then what can we do for her? When you get a woman on the phone who is petrified, she is so scared of what might happen next and that he'll be back. When they're terrified and they tell you your story and he's not locked up, I will worry about them as to, oh my God, I hope, yeah, there's times you go home at night just thinking, oh God, when I ring her this morning, I hope she's in the morning, she's okay. Yeah, like you hear the fear in their voice. It's always good when they answer the phone the next day and you think, okay.
So we've heard from Rachel today in one of the matters that she's supporting, the defendant's pled guilty. We've got some concerns about her safety if the defendant is released from custody. So what we've done is we've connected with the Staying Home Leaving Violence Service to do an urgent safety plan, and that will include getting a dress watch for that person if she needs it. So we're just in the process of organising that now.
The Staying Home Leaving Violence is an intensive long-term case management program to support women and children to remain safely in their home. We can provide CCTV cameras, we can provide lock changes and also SOS devices. We've been advised that there is a sentencing taking place at court today. There's a possibility that there won't be a custodial sentencing, so that would mean that the perpetrator would be back out on the street and presenting a high risk to the client. So we're just organising an SOS device to issue to the client. So the referrals that we receive are a serious threat. However, unfortunately, all women that present with domestic and family violence should be entitled to the same type of supports. But unfortunately, due to capacity, funding and resources, we're not able to take all referrals on.
Serious threat of what?
Of death, of dying.
Can you hear my feet stomping? There's a huge inequality in the way that the justice system works sometimes, and for me, I know that the police prosecutors are doing an absolutely amazing job, but they have so many cases that they have to deal with on a day-to-day basis, and whereas the defendant gets to come with a solicitor or a barrister, the victim survivor waited all day because eventually he pled guilty to some of the charges and one of them was withdrawn. It was a win in the sense that she didn't have to give evidence, but it wasn't a win in the fact that the other party will be out and we had to arrange safety for her so that she could go home and feel safe.
Oh, today's just been crazy. We're on our way to a domestic violence committee meeting for the Camden-Wallandilly areas. We generally have at our meeting police, non-government organisations and other services. I don't think we can do the job without working collaboratively.
Sometimes they've fled and they don't have anything, and sometimes it's those real basics.
We've seen in the Camden LGA is that there's going to be a significant increase of population for Wallandilly with the new estates coming up.
We all want to support each other, but how do we do that when our books are closed?
We don't need new things. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. We need to listen to the workers on the ground. I think any woman killed under domestic violence or any victim killed under domestic violence is just not acceptable. So instead of just saying, we feel terrible that this has happened or, we send our condolences, whatever, just stop talking about it and do something. I've had enough. I'm tired. I want to see better action because women deserve it and their children deserve it.
That's the programme for this evening, and a reminder of the helpline numbers for you. You can call Lifeline on 13 11 14 or the National Sexual Assault and Family Violence Counselling Helpline 1800 RESPECT on 1800 737 732.